Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for checking the video out today. We have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and cover today. So before we dive into today's topics, do me a big favor. If you do end up enjoying this video or finding it informative, be sure to leave it a like. Really helps the videos out more than you know. And if you are new here to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well. So the first topic we're discussing is talking once again about Stray. This is a game that I'm sure many of you are either still playing or recently finished, but we did talk recently here about how Stray is seemingly a surprise hit. Now, to some people, it's not necessarily a surprise hit. They expected it to do very well, but I think it's safe to say that to some degree, it's doing better than general expectations. And we have some interesting news here that I think continues to back that up. Apparently, Stray has surpassed God of War to become Steam's best user-rated game of 2022. This is reading from PlayStation Lifestyle, and it says, looks like people, especially PC players, prefer cats over angry Spartans. According to popular ranking aggregator Steam 250, Stray's Steam version has surpassed Santa Monica Studios' God of War to become the best user-rated game of 2022 on the platform. Steam 250's weighted calculation relies on a mathematical algorithm that assigns a score to each video game by taking into consideration the number of votes and the approval rating, percentage of positive votes. So this isn't necessarily significant news or anything like that, but it's still something that I thought was worth sharing with everyone. I mean, Stray is a game that I feel like is just kind of taking over and is, really, I think, pleasantly surprising people. And it's funny to kind of even be talking about Stray going up against God of War to any degree, considering how vastly different these games are. But yeah, there you go. Stray is apparently the best user-rated game of 2022 so far on Steam, and so I'm going to be patiently waiting for my physical copy. But for those of you who have played it or who are still playing it, what do you think of it? We're moving on to the next topic, which talks about Returnal, specifically a PC version of Returnal, and how it seems all but confirmed at this point, and a reveal might be right around the corner. This is reading from PlayStation Universe, where it says it's a very poorly kept secret that Returnal, Housemarque's excellent arcade shooter, is getting the PC treatment. A while ago, a SteamDB page was discovered under a code name, but it couldn't hide several explicit references to the PS5 title. Tower of Sisyphus, Helios, Atropos, and more can all be found in the localization tags. Suffice to say, it's definitely happening. It's now more a question of when we'll hear official word. Fans are starting to think a proper reveal is incoming though, as the SteamDB listing has been receiving regular updates. Pretty much every day sees at least one change, which suggests Housemarque and presumably Nixxes are currently knuckling down on the PC port. The last first-party PlayStation game to be announced for PC was Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered and Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, with the former due out on August 12th and the latter coming fall 2022. Assuming Sony wants to space these out a little, we can see Returnal making its debut on PC in early 2023, approximately 2 years after its PS5 release. So yeah, I wanted to update you guys on this because this is something we continue to see. Not only Sony bringing more games over to PC, but specifically a game like Returnal, it pretty much is out there that, yeah, this game is coming to PC. Apparently, it will also support the Steam Deck, and so I think that a lot of people are going to be excited to play this on Steam and experience it on PC. But we still are kind of left in the dark as to when exactly we can expect this announcement. It feels like it could happen at literally any time, and so I will be sure to keep you guys updated on this. But moving on to the next topic, this is one that I think you guys are going to be very interested in because, it talks once again about acquisitions, and I know that by this point in time, the rule we follow is we don't listen to any acquisition rumors or potential leaks because we know that they pretty much aren't true. But this is a little bit different from that. This is coming from a source that was directly involved with Eidos Montreal. In fact, it is the founder of Eidos Montreal, and he recently gave a lengthy interview and gave his thoughts regarding the issues that eventually led to Square Enix selling the studio. Now, for those who have forgotten, Square Enix sold pretty much their entire Western division, all their Western studios, and the thing that was surprising about it was not only how abrupt it was, how they seemingly just dumped the studios immediately, but they did it for dirt cheap. It was actually quite shocking just how cheap they sold off these studios for. But what people discovered is this specific excerpt from this interview, which I'm going to read to you now, that seems to let us know that one of the biggest reasons why Square Enix did this in the way that they did it was because Sony is apparently very interested in acquiring the Japanese division of Square Enix. And so again, this is coming from the founder of Eidos Montreal, and the quote says, "If I read between the lines, Square Enix Japan was not as committed as we hoped initially." And there are rumors, obviously, that with all these activities of mergers and acquisitions, that Sony would really like to have Square Enix within their wheelhouse. I heard rumors that Sony said they're really interested in Square Enix Tokyo, but not the rest. So I think Square Enix's CEO put it like a garage sale. And so this is very interesting and catching a lot of people's attention because if you recall, there were quite a few different rumors coming from what were, believed to be reputable and reliable sources. They were hearing that Sony was making a play for Square Enix. And then just nothing came of it. But as I said, it was even speculated that, the reason why Square Enix did this, right? They sold their studios so abruptly and for so little money is because they just wanted to, for lack of a better term, kind of trim the fat. And guys, look, this is coming from the founder of Eidos Montreal, and he's saying that he heard that Sony was very interested in acquiring the, the Japanese sector of Square Enix and not the rest. At this point, I feel like it's becoming pretty clear that Sony is going to take things further with Square Enix. Now, look, this is just speculative, and I don't want to say anything definitively because we don't know. What we do know about acquisitions is they can fall apart at any moment in time. But when you look at what Sony's doing with Square Enix, specifically with Final Fantasy, right? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Final Fantasy 16, the exclusivity, the fact that Sony still has done everything they can to ensure that Final Fantasy VII Remake doesn't release on their competitor's console, right? I feel like you look at that, you listen to what's being said, you look at the fact that these studios were sold so abruptly for so little. I mean, who knows? Maybe something already happened behind the scenes and it's just a matter of time till we hear about it. But I just wanted to kind of update you guys on this because if there's one thing I think we can all agree on, regardless of the acquisition talk when it comes to like rumors and speculation, I think we can all agree that Square Enix and Sony make perfect sense, right? I mean, I've seen so many people just kind of talk about it as like, it's not even a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. That's how perfect it seems. And so what I kind of gather from this is that the founder of Eidos Montreal got wind that Sony is like knocking on their door, Square Enix's door, talking to the CEO saying, look, we'd love to buy you, Square, but we're not interested in this stuff. So if you can get rid of this stuff, then we'll negotiate and we'll talk. And it seems like Square Enix's CEO was like, oh, okay, well, let's get rid of them right now. It's really interesting to kind of see how these things play out. But let me know your thoughts about that. I'll definitely be interested to hear what you guys have to say. We're going to move on to the next topic of the video, which is some official information and new details regarding PlayStation VR2. This was revealed on the official PlayStation blog, and they opened the blog by saying the road to launch for PlayStation VR2 is in full swing, and we can't wait for you to try the exciting new games and experiences you'll be able to explore with our next-gen virtual reality headset. As we continue with our launch efforts today, we'd like to offer a quick peek at some of the user experience features you'll discover on PSVR2. So the first one they're announcing is called See-Through View, and they say with PSVR2, you can see your surroundings while wearing the headset with our new see-through feature. It comes in handy when you want to easily check where the PSVR2 Sense controllers are in your room without taking the headset off. Thanks to PSVR2's embedded front cameras, users can press the function button on the headset or use the card in the control center to switch between viewing your surroundings or viewing the content on PSVR2. The card in the control center also gives quick access to other PSVR2 settings, such as adjusting your play area. And they're also letting you know that when you are utilizing see-through view, you cannot record, so that's worth keeping in mind. They're announcing that you will be able to broadcast yourself with PSVR2, saying a new broadcast feature for PSVR2 will allow you to film yourself while playing by connecting a PS5 HD camera to the console. It's a great way to show your movements and reactions during boss battles and share your reactions with fellow gamers as it happens. Then they're talking about customized play area. It says the play area for PSVR2 can be customized by using the PSVR2 Sense controllers and the embedded cameras. The cameras will allow you to scan the room, while the PSVR2 Sense controllers allow you to expand and further customize the play area to fit your playstyle and room environment. While playing, if you get too close to the boundary you have set up, you will receive a warning that you are closely approaching the play area boundary. You can modify your settings at any time while PSVR2 is connected. Once you set up your play area, the settings will be saved unless you move into a different play area. And then they're announcing VR mode and cinematic mode. In VR mode, players can enjoy VR game content in a 360 view in a virtual environment. Content will be displayed in 4000 by 2040 HDR video format, 2000 by 2040 per eye with 90Hz/120 Hz frame rate. In cinematic mode, players can view the PS5 system and UI and all non-VR game and media content on a virtual cinema screen. Content in cinematic mode will be displayed in 1920 by 1080 HDR video format with 24 to 60 Hz and also 120 Hz frame rate. PSVR2 game developers will begin to access the latest user experience for PSVR2 in a new system software release coming soon as part of the ongoing development. There are lots of exciting things to look forward to for PSVR2, and we can't wait to share more details about our next generation virtual reality headset that takes a dramatic leap forward in gameplay innovation. We'll share more information soon, including the launch date and additional games coming to the platform. And so there we go, a somewhat surprising update for PlayStation VR 2 that came out of nowhere. Sony decided to keep this to a blog post. I thought maybe a short little video accompanying it would have helped, but still, it's nice to be getting this information and to kind of be getting a deeper look into what we can expect with PSVR 2. They do say here at the bottom that they are going to be sharing more information soon. They mentioned the launch date and different games that are going to be coming to the platform. So maybe this is a little bit of a tease of like a dedicated state of play or a showcase potentially for PSVR 2. I think that is definitely something that seems in line to happen at some point. But yeah, in general, guys, I'm going to be interested to hear what you have to say about these new features that will be available for PSVR 2. What do you think the user experience is going to be like compared to PSVR 1? It really sounds like it is a pretty significant leap forward. So share all your thoughts down in the comments below. That's going to do it for this video. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you did find it informative. Again, if you did, be sure to leave it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share this video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.